My name is Ashmita. My day job is as a broadcast journalist on JUS TV, but I love the Indian American Forum, and specifically the amazing group of women that put together this event every year. I was a past honoree a few years ago, and since then, I have been honored to be able to host this program for you once again. And tonight, I can promise you, like every year, we have a fantastic program lined up. We have performers, we have local talent, and most importantly, we have women who are breaking barriers. And as we kick off March and Women's History Month, what better way to start the month than to celebrate these amazing women amongst us? I love that. Thank you for the round of applause. You know, when we think of women, we think of our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our best friends, our wives, you know, the woman in your life that makes your job more bearable or your, work party more enjoyable. But today, we're going to go beyond the roles that women normally fill. We're going to recognize them for the extraordinary things they do in addition to being all of those roles that they play. So before we get started, once again, I just want to recognize Indian American Forum, of course, Chairwoman Indu Jaiswalji. Induji is a mentor for so many. A big round of applause for Indu Jaiswalji. We love her. Such a pillar in our community. I personally get to work with Rupamji, Chanbirji, and I have the distinct honor now to bring these women up. But before I do, I have to say some nice words about you. I don't have to, I want to. Let's say that. Let's start with Chanbirji. Chanbirji, you are such a powerhouse when it comes to not just serving the community as a professional, as a woman who holds her own in the financial sector. You've been taking care of this program for so many years and being a mentor to me. Thank you so much. Janbir Kaur and of course Rupam Maniji. Rupam Maniji also in the financial industry, Assistant Vice President, Branch Manager at BCB Bank, and serving the community alongside everyone else here. Love you, beautiful ladies. Come on up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So these are the two bankers in the house. We've been running the show for a couple of years and you know us pretty well. So we love each other. She's the Rupam Mani, Vice President for BCB Bank in Hicksville. My name is Shanbir and Rupam. We are co-hosting together, but with the team of IAF Board of Trustees, founding member Bobby Kumar, Chairperson Indu Jaiswal, Gala Chair Shami Singh, who's missing tonight, would like to welcome you all to the 13th Outstanding Woman Gala Night. Indian Women Forum is proud and happy to celebrate around the world all the women, and thank you for your continued motivation and support to make this event successful every year. To start a beautiful night, let me say, champions keep playing until they get it right. Strong women don't have attitudes, we have standards. So welcome you all tonight.
Once again, thank you so much to the beautiful women for kicking off tonight. I want to welcome everyone who's just joining us now. We have some really important elected officials in the house. Folks, it's a Saturday night. The weather is kind of sucky, but everyone's making it out here tonight because we really want to honor these women. We want to celebrate the women in our lives. And when we look at this program tonight, Indian American Forum, Chairwoman Indu Jaiswalji, this forum, this event, a lot of the things that take place in this community would not exist if not for the glue and the rock that is Induji. Rupamji, Chanbirji, I want you to come on up and give a warm introduction to Indu Jaiswalji.
Good evening, everyone again. Who doesn't know Induji? Please raise your hands. Induji is such a strong pillar of this community for so many years. Let's put our hands together to welcome Induji, Indu Jaiswal. She is the founding member of this organization, and she has been working restlessly for maybe 45 years to bring the community together, and who else can do a better job than Induji? Induji, please come to the podium and let's take it away.
Thank you, Rupam, for those kind words, and Ashmita. Good evening, friends. We want to welcome all of you here today for the 13th Outstanding Women's Awards Gala. So we have a nice evening filled up with the program, and you will enjoy listening to our honorees. So before we start that, our tradition of doing a program is we do the dia lighting ceremony. I'm going to invite all our Board of Trustees, the members of Indian American Forum who are present in the room. Please join us. I will request Elaine Phillips to please join us. Please join us for the dia lighting ceremony.
The best part about this program is, of course, not only are we honoring these women, but the folks that are introducing them, that are going to have conversations with them, are just as notable. Before we get to the honorees portion, I'd like to invite the Honorable Comptroller, Elaine Phillips, to join us and say a couple of words. Ms. Phillips, please come to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to, you are an amazing MC. I've seen you now several times. Let's give her a huge round of applause because really, lovely job. And we like it that she's keeping an Induji who really, you said it, is the cement of keeping these organizations going. So Induji, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So as was stated, I'm Elaine Phillips. I'm the Nassau County Controller. I'm here tonight to represent the Controller's Office, but also our County Executive, Bruce Blakeman. And I'd like to remind you that we live in a county here in Nassau County that's over 1.4 million people. We are larger than 10 states in the United States. And our GDP is larger than 140 countries in the world. It's pretty amazing. But what makes us so unique is we celebrate every race. We celebrate every religion. We have some of the best healthcare in the world. We have some of the best restaurants and beaches in the world. But most importantly, we care about each other. We truly care about each other. Tonight, and my guess is she's going to come up here and speak, but I'm going to say something. We have one of the most influential trailblazers in our presence tonight. As a woman, for the last, I won't say how many years, Deputy Supervisor Dorothy Gooseby is here tonight. And there is probably no one I know that has blazed trails, not just for the Black Americans in the United States, but for all women and all minorities in the United States. So we are so honored to have her here tonight. And as the first woman ever to be the Nassau County Controller, I cannot think of a better night to celebrate women who have multiple jobs, right? They run the family, and with all due respect to the men in the audience, the women run the family. Thank you.
She really works very, very hard. And I can also say for many of you, I know you because you always came to the inn in Hempstead. and you gave so much food and so much money to people who truly needed it, and they still do. So I know that what has happened with us, what happened with the weather and so forth before, with the COVID and so forth, it stopped some things. But we have to come back because there are so many people who don't have food. And if you have any place where you can give them to put to place the food, that would be great, because they are asking for places, because now places that they have, they've been given away. But getting back to myself, I am the first African American who's ever served in any of you, so I'm serving for everybody, as the president of the Association of Towns for the entire state of New York.
So a lot of you who have seen this event every year, we normally have 3 or 4 questions for our honorees just to learn a little bit about them, their achievements, and what they do for the community. And I know we normally talk to each other, It's not an interview, it's just we want to know a little bit more about you. So Neela, you are the president and CEO of EAC Network. Please let the audience know your role at this company.
Certainly. So I came to the agency about 3 years ago. It's been an incredible journey. I love the organization. We provide services to over 60,000 people a year across all of downstate New York, really helping people to navigate complicated systems, challenging circumstances. We work with victims of abuse. We work with survivors of human trafficking. We help people who have been affected by the criminal justice system, and we help people find a way back to work. We also operate 4 senior centers in Nassau County, and really just provide services to help people live better lives.
For our next honoree, I would like to invite Prachi Dua, our past honoree and ophthalmologist by profession.
I have the honor of presenting our next honoree, Dr. Mala Sachdeva. So as a fellow physician and colleague, I'm so impressed by all of your achievements. So who has been your biggest inspiration to date?
So that's a tough question. I have to pick one person who's been my biggest inspiration. I guess I'll just start off saying, in life, we have many people that inspire us. There are lots of internal inspirations for us where I consider family members or friends being your internal inspirations. And then we have all those external inspirations during our journey of life, such as colleagues, mentors, who have inspired us throughout life. I have to say, my biggest inspiration is, of course, my mom, who's sitting here today.
Our next honoree is Dr. Mamta Shaha. She is a distinguished figure whose profound impact spans the fields of ophthalmology, pediatrics, education, spiritual leadership, and community service. We are so impressed with whatever you have been doing for the community. I would like to ask you, what has motivated and inspired you to take on leadership roles in the various organizations you have been a part of, be it the Rotary Club of the JANA or the JANA Women's Committee?
Well, to start with, I should say, and this is going to be like somebody else has said, the most inspiring and mentoring person in my life is my mom. My mother is not here anymore. She passed away, but she was the force behind every single thing we did. We're 4 sisters. Everyone will follow her because the way we have been told by her, go get involved, work. She was a freedom fighter, and she had done a lot of things during her lifetime for the country. She was also president of the local municipality, and she founded a women's Mahila Mandal there, and she pushed so many women to come out of the backwards. Like our community had a lot of Marwadi women who will be wearing gungat and not coming out of the house and everything. And she made this possible for them. And she always told us, go ahead, get involved in the community, do something for the community. Just doing, not looking for something, but to work and get involved. And that is what she was doing when she was involved with the freedom fighter. And she was serving the country that time, and she had that to give us to us. So that is where I really got my encouragement and everything.
Does our Indian culture, coming to the sari, does our Indian culture influence you to achieve these walls of success?
As a matter of fact, yes. I know a number of other honorees have mentioned that their mother was their driving force. But in my case, it was my father. So it was the father figure who actually, he encouraged both my sister and myself to be more than anything that we could have even thought of. He was a man who was ahead of his time, and he thought right out of the box, and he encouraged me to go for medicine. In fact, I was the first woman in my family to go for medicine and graduate, and my grandmother gave me a pair of blue Jaeger diamond studs just for achieving that. But he's the one. I owe him a lot. He taught me about life. He taught me about Hinduism. I'm a very staunch Sanatana Dharma practicee because of him. And the same thing with my sister. So I went in for medicine. My sister went in for law, and she's a very successful practicing immigration attorney over in St. Louis. And I should tell you, the conversations we used to have at our dining table, we used to discuss everything from astrology to zoology and all subjects in between. So it was a very fulfilling and wonderful and educative childhood, thanks to him.
We're going to enthrall you all with a beautiful Bollywood medley put together by Miss Sunita Sadnani, who is not only a past honoree, but has been a volunteer, has been associated with IAF for almost 10 years, over 10 years. Sunita ji, please come take the stage. Looking beautiful as ever, Sunita Sadnani.
Thank you so much. We really want to thank you for your continued support, and we have a bouquet of flowers. Viola, please honor Sunita ji with the flowers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
What inspired you to work on the Rewild initiative?
Okay, so the inspiration behind my involvement in the Rewild initiative stems from my deep passion for environmental conservation. Witnessing the ongoing challenges in our ecosystem and recognizing the need for action fueled my commitment to this initiation. Contributing to restore ecosystems and preserving biodiversity aligns perfectly with my values and desire to make a positive impact on the planet's future.
In our audience, we also have from HEB Bank, our sponsors, Flushing Bank, DCB Bank, Dime Bank. So we have thankful to all the sponsors.
Good evening, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here, celebrating women and all of the things that all of our honorees have said. I 100% am behind. We've a long way to go. We've come a long way. We're getting there slowly. And I hope you guys, literally, all you men in the audience, are actually listening. I wanted to tell you a little bit about YICG. It stands for Young Indian Culture Group, and we run many different kinds of courses and leadership programs for our students, and they range from 2 years old to 18. And some of the programs that you heard about, our last honoree spoke about them. We run especially leadership and creativity and sustainability programs for the community, for the kids, as well as adults. And we've been doing it for the last almost 30 years. So if you ever want to join us, please do. We meet at the Herrick School, but we also have a lot of online programs. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rone.
I promise you I'm not going to be too long because I made a speech. It was like endless. The words, I have it for Premi Auntie. And by the way, I was the other daughter, right? Yes, and I was blessed to know in 1984 we had the very bad tragedy in our family, but uncle and auntie, they changed our life. They taught us how to be happy under the worst circumstances, and I used to call their house is a grand central station. Anybody can come, and especially with Bhatias, they gave us so much love. And I especially thank to Pinky, Baby, Mintu, for me, let me a part of the family. And sometime Pinky used to say that, whether we come or not, but if you don't come, dad get upset. But I met Induji there also. I have so many sweet memories, but auntie was the biggest inspiration from all of us. Not only is she was a, I cannot even say was. I think she lives with us, was a good cook, entertainer, her jokes. Oh my God, nobody can do that. If we put everybody together, we cannot make one Mrs. Premi. I think everybody agree with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Bindu.